Hello guys, this is Ronan and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to easily overclock your new Ryzen CPU and also your RAM. This allows you to squeeze some more performance out of your build for no extra cost. The stock cooler is perfect for overclocking up to 3.8 GHz, but after that temperatures can get pretty hot, so I'd recommend a beefier cooler, whether that's the air or liquid is your choice. I went with the Corsair H100i V2 and I really couldn't be happier with its performance. I'll start with overclocking my CPU. Firstly, try to get into the BIOS of your PC. This is usually done by spamming the delete key on your keyboard while the computer is booting up. From here, we can navigate to the frequency settings. Now, change the clock ratio to a desirable setting. For example, I'm going to change the setting to 39, so it gives me an overclock of 3.9 GHz. After that, go into the voltage settings. On my motherboard, you have to change the voltage by using an offset, which can be moved up or down by the page up and page down keys. You can set your voltage offset to something like plus 200 millivolts and then work your way down once you know that voltage is stable until you can find a lower voltage that is still stable. For me, 1.35 volts is stable at 3.9 GHz. Now, I'm going to show you how you can get a little bit more performance out of your RAM. I'd recommend watching Wendell from Level 1 Tech's video about this, as he goes more in depth on why increasing frequency and RAM requires higher timings, and in that video he links a spreadsheet which can calculate the timings needed for faster frequency. In my case, RAM rated for 2400 MHz at the timings of 14, 16, 16, 31 could run at 2666 MHz at the timings of 16, 18, 18, 35. With a DRAM voltage of 1.35 volts. You can change this by going back into the frequency settings of your BIOS and changing the multiplier to 26.66. After that, go into your advanced settings and change the timings. Finally, you can go into the voltage settings and change DRAM voltage to 1.35 volts. Again, reboot into Windows and ensure that the overclock has worked. Now you're done. Let's see how this has affected some benchmarks. Although this video is only to show how overclocking works, I've included 4 benchmarks to prove it increases performance. These benchmarks are CINEBENCH, CPU-Z, GTA 5 and CSGO. I'm going to compare scores from the overclocked 3.9 GHz CPU and 2666 MHz RAM to the stock 3 GHz CPU and 2133 MHz RAM. On CINEBENCH, the CPU score increased from 1282 to 1588 points. This was an increase of 24%. On CPU-Z, both the single and multi-core points increased by 22%. Single core being 368 increased to 448, and multi-core to 3792 to 4644 points. Now, more importantly, onto some games. Using the GTA 5 in-game benchmark, my average FPS at 3 GHz was 100.2 FPS, but at 3.9 GHz with overclocked RAM as well, I got a 20% boost in performance and I got 120.6 FPS. CSGO, which really favours high clock threads, also showed a similar jump from 235 FPS to 286. This is on Ulitical's benchmark map, and this is an increase of 22%. So overall, overclocking my CPU by 900 MHz and my RAM by 533 MHz boasted an increase in performance of around 22%. So is overclocking for you? With results like that, it's hard to say no. Thanks for watching this video, hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to like and tell me your thoughts on this video. Until then, see you later.